Hi friends, hi friends, hi friends. Happy Thursday. How is everybody? I hope everyone is staying safe inside, away from Hurricane Florence. Megan and Kelly and Lindsay. Hello Angela, hello Mom, hello Casey, hello Beth. Everybody is here. Drew's here. Everyone is joining. It is a Periscope party. Every single week we get together and hang out here. I love holding space for you in the cloud every single week. Hello Taylor, hello everybody. And you'll have to let me know where you're watching from. If this is your first time joining, thank you so much for joining me. And again, if you are new to my Periscope channel, my name is Hillary LaMay, and I am an essential oil educator, global team leader. I am also AromaTouch certified with doTERRA International. Hello, Olivia. Hello, Holly. Hello from Syracuse, New York. Hello from the Philippines, CCO. I'm so glad that you are there. I hope you are sharing oils with everyone there. Hello, hello, everybody. Oh, Hillary with one L. So we have a variety of spellings of Hillary. Hello, Linda from Atlanta. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad to see you. I missed you guys so much last week, and it totally didn't feel like a normal Thursday, but we had a wonderful time celebrating our anniversary, and it was awesome, but I definitely missed seeing you guys. And so every single week since 2015, hello from Cannelloni, New Jersey. Hello, hello, Julie. Hello, Effie. Every single week since December 2015, we've met together here in the cloud to just kick chemicals to the curb where they belong together and have fun learning about how small, sustainable changes that we make can truly make a large impact. Oh, thank you, Julie. Thank you. Hello from Texas Panhandle. Hello, Lori. And I love just showing you how amazing these oils can be with improving your lives. And so it is really fun. And speaking of learning, now that school's in session all over the country, our morning routine is even more critical to have down to a well-oiled machine, if you will. Hello from upstate New York. And truly, plus with the hurricane blowing through, we want to have some easy meals on hand. Hello, Zach. Thank you for joining. We have a couple guys watching. I always love when the bro terras and the dude terras come out of the woodwork and enjoy these demos too. So, and Zach is an awesome baker, so he will have to share with us what personal spin that he puts on these. Hello, Dr. Laura. I can't wait to see you in just a couple days. Hello, Helen. And I've gotten a lot of requests to do a scope on some easy breakfast staples that we love in our house that really help streamline things for us in the morning. So I thought I would kick us off this week with doing that. And also I wanted to shout out to my oiler, Christy, for this amazing recipe she shared with me a couple months ago. And ever since then, I've been loving it. And I love putting a few different spins on this recipe. Now, this is a very basic recipe that we're gonna make tonight. So you're gonna love it. I think it's just really a blank canvas. And that's one of my favorite things to do here is show you guys some super simple ways that you can just put your own flair, your own LaMayzing flair on these amazing recipes for yourself. And speaking of convention, I will not be on Periscope next week as well, because next week is convention in Salt Lake City. It is doTERRA's global convention every single year, and it will be incredible. I can't wait to see you guys. You'll have to come and give me a hug and say hello, introduce yourself. I love connecting with you guys and just being in the same space. It's going to be so fun. I know it is going to be absolutely electric and incredible. We're going to get a whole new slew of oils, new blends, new oil-infused products. I can't wait to bring you new recipes, new demos, teach you all about how to maximize those new oils when you get them. They should be available for purchase in the convention kits around October 1st or thereafter. And then if you attend one of the post-convention tours all over the country and all over the world, you'll be able to get those too. So, but I'm gonna have those oils. I'm gonna be sharing with you on social media as much as I possibly can. And I'm just so excited to get all those new oils. I know Beth and I are flying out together at 5:45. We're leaving the house here together next Tuesday morning, and we're flying out to beautiful Utah. We're gonna stay hydrated. We're gonna keep our vitamins going. We're gonna stay oiled, and it's going to be fantastic. So, but tonight's recipe is something that I've been making a bunch of extras, especially because I'm going to be out of town, and especially with the hurricane coming. And I love to just freeze these and defrost them as I need to. And my mother-in-law is amazing, and she offered to come and stay for the week to help George fill in the gaps, because he works mornings, he works evenings, he works midnight shifts, sometimes he works doubles. And so making sure Olivia gets fed, gets on the bus, gets herself ready, up and at him, having one person to help fill in those gaps for George is going to be wonderful. So I want to make sure that I have lots of food ready for her to go so that her focus is just enjoying time with Olivia and being able to focus on all that. So, but streamlining breakfasts really anytime is super important, and that's what we're going to focus on tonight. So healthy, happy kids make for healthy, happy parents, and it is going to be a true act of self-care for you as parents. And even if you're not a parent, it doesn't matter. You still eat breakfast, and you can still eat these for lunch or dinner or a snack, and you can still streamline your life, because just because you might not be a parent, you might be a grandma, an auntie, an uncle, a sister, a whatever. It doesn't matter, but everyone has abundant things going on in their day-to-day routine. So we want to make that as streamlined as possible with our meal prep as well. And as we get to up-level the flavor of our foods with a little help from our essential workhorses, it allows us to kick those nasty chemical versions to the curb where they belong. And I love making sure every single week in all my demos, I love making sure that you know exactly what to do with your doTERRA products. Exactly, Dr. Laura, because aunties are like moms, only cooler, because aunties don't have to discipline. Aunties just get to have all the snuggles and all the fun and then send them home when it's time to do the fussy stuff. So, but I'm just going to show you how fun it is to really incorporate these oils into your cooking in such a seamless way and truly make things your own. You can cater these to your family's flavor preferences for your particular nutritional profile. And this platform of Periscope allows me to share my passion for these doTERRA essential oils, my love for wellness living, and just freedom to create whatever we want whenever we want to here together. So if there's something that you want me to demo, or you've been wanting to try but you haven't yet, or you want me to explore different variations of something, shoot me a message. I would love to be inspired by you and do some test kitchen work and see what we can come up together. So maybe whoever brought you to doTERRA isn't as enthusiastic as we are here. Maybe they are, maybe they're not even using oils anymore. It doesn't matter either way. This is a safe collective for you to just come from all over the world. So my oil squad is a global team. I'm managing people all over the world. So by having this and all these demos that I save are there in YouTube, on Periscope, everywhere on our private Facebook group page. You can archive anything. You can, just bump anything you need, search anything you need from all the way back there since 2014, since I started sharing, and then the Periscope since 2015. So it really makes it wonderful and accessible for all of my oilers in Australia or Brazil or Spain or France or Italy or Germany or wherever they are, Canada, on the West Coast, anywhere, so that even if you can't watch live, it's okay, because you have all this information saved, and a year from now it might be relevant for you, or 2 years from now it might be relevant for you. So I love to just create this cozy little nook of the interwebs for us every single week where we can come. Hello, Anna, thank you for joining us. Where you can just come every single week and have a great time. It's like a little hug out in the cloud together. So we're hanging out and we're having a great time. And I hope after watching my broadcasts that you'll see how essential oils don't have to be intimidating. They don't have to be scary. You can feel comfortable with them. They're fun. They're accessible for the entire family. You can get the kids involved. Almost all of my demos are kid friendly, even if we're using heat or a burner or something like that, a blender or knives. As long as you're supervising them, there's no reason that they can't participate with this lifestyle right along with you. So get them involved and let them have fun with you, and I think you'll see how easy it is to incorporate. Oh, hello, Colleen. Thank you for joining. And we're also going to try to keep you guys out of the doctor's office this fall and flu season. So we want to ensure your kiddos and you have a great, healthy start to your day every single day. So if you would like to share this with your friends or followers, you can swipe up or right, depending on what kind of phone you have. And you can share this with all of the platforms and social media. You can also tap the screen as many times as you want, and that just shows me a little heart, and it lets me know that you're having a great time with me, that you're drinking your magnesium mocktail, you've got your jammies and bunny slippers on. I've got my jammy pants on, so I'm super comfortable, and that we are just kicking those chemicals to the curb every week together. So you can let me know that you're having a great time with me, and that will let me know. So again, if you miss anything, Periscope, YouTube, if you're in my Oil Squad, the Facebook group, if you're joining for the first time, you have a lot of catching up to do. Don't let that intimidate you, because it will be here forever. So put up a 1 for me if you like making things easy in your life and doing a little food prep ahead of time to streamline that game. So especially when it comes to the morning routine, put up a 1 for me if you like making things easy, because I know I do. That is my jam. That is something I'm always trying to strategize. How can I make something easier. And actually, if you've taken the Clifton Strengths Finder, I'm seeing a lot of ones, so this is perfect. If you've taken the Clifton Strengths Finder, you know and you're familiar with your top 5 strengths. One of my top 5 strengths is maximizer, and another one of my top 5 strengths is strategic. And so as you can probably tell if you've been following me on Instagram or any of the social media vortexes, I love coming up with life hacks that allow us to maximize our oils, the value, the health benefits of them. Every element of our oils, I love maximizing them for you. And the same thing with our meals. If we're gonna eat a meal, we wanna make sure that it's packed with protein and fiber and really great flavors, so you don't need extra sugar and you don't need any of these other ingredients. So by the time the scope is done, I'm hoping you're gonna feel super empowered. You have an amazing, simple, basic recipe at your fingertips to whip up this weekend and have an awesome week ahead of yummy breakfast. So we're gonna kick it off by flexing our label reading gangster muscle. And we're gonna talk about what is wrong with prepackaged mini muffins that you can get from the grocery store. So maybe if you have any guesses, you can pop them up in the comments right now. But we're gonna creep in on the leading grocery store brand of mini muffins, and I'm gonna share with you some of the creepers that are lurking on that label. Now, red flag number 1, there's actually no ingredients listed on the manufacturer's website. That is not a good sign, okay? So if a company is truly committed to making their products healthy, it is really important that there's transparency there. So Drew's saying he always has trouble with breakfast. You need a fast breakfast on the go for you in Track A at convention. Yes, definitely. Pebby's saying preservatives. Laura's saying yay for the maximizer girls. Yes, definitely. Livia, I know it is not. It is just, it's not comforting at all. But the good news is we have a choice and we can make these and they're really quick and easy. So of course, the red flag number 1, there's no ingredients list on the website. So if you're trying to be a savvy customer, you're trying to be a label reading gangster like you do, flexing your label reading gangster, you Google it and you see, okay, what's on the label? But you need to get gritty and you have to do some more sleuthing. So red flag number 2, dishonesty in the marketing. So on both the outer packaging and the website, this leading brand of mini muffins, and I'm not going to say the brand because I don't want to get in trouble. I'm just trying to make your lives easier, but I don't want to, toss a company name through the mud or anything like that. So, but there is, on the website, it clearly says no artificial flavors and no fructose. But on the ingredients listing, I see otherwise, okay? And that is creeper, and we do not want to allow that. So we're going to see what the ingredient label reveals, okay? So the first ingredient is fine, banana puree. Great, no problem there. Second ingredient is sugar. Now, bananas are sweet, so I don't know about you, but I don't really feel like you need sugar to be the next ingredient on the label. Bleached wheat flour, soybean oil, eggs are fine, depending on your profile, your nutritional profile, but the recipe we're gonna make does not have any eggs in it. Molasses, modified cornstarch, fructose, mono and diglycerides, potassium sorbate, sorbitan monostearate, xanthan gum, polysorbate 80, cellulose gum, soy lecithin, cornstarch, calcium sulfate, whey protein concentrate. So a lot of these things in their normal pure form could be okay perhaps, but a lot of these things are absolutely unnecessary. And when we make our own, we don't need preservatives, we can freeze them. So you can make a batch of muffins, and that's what we're gonna do tonight. We're gonna make these yummy, LaMayzing, flourless, choose your own adventure, immunity blender muffins for your love muffins, or for you or anyone that you know. So we're not even gonna have to mess up any mixing bowls. We're gonna just use our blender. And we're gonna toss everything into the bath. Everything's going into the blender. We're gonna whip these up. It's gonna be awesome, right? And so we don't have to use preservatives when we make them at home. And we don't have to use sketchy ingredients. We don't have to use sketchy flavorings because you know what? We have our immunity boosting oil, OnGuard, that we are gonna call in as our workhorse tonight. And this is an immunity boosting blend. It's absolutely incredible. You're gonna love it. It's spicy, it's flavorful, it's got cinnamon bark, which is gonna support a really healthy blood sugar level. It's gonna just support your just your total body wellness, really. And OnGuard is such a pillar oil in our daily routine. We diffuse it, we use it in hot tea, we bake with it, we cook with it, we do all of these amazing things with it. We use it in roller balls topically. So topically, internally, aromatically. We're using this blend in so many ways, and I want you to feel safe and comfortable using your essential oils. And so if you ever have a question, what you'll do is look at the bottle, and on the side it says essential oil supplement, and it gives you ingredients. It says for internal use, dilute 1 drop in 4 ounces of liquid. So you know that the essential oil is pure when you use doTERRA, and it'll tell you so on the label. Because if you're using a fake meow oil, it will not say safe for internal use. It will say diffuse only or do not use topically. So that is a really simple, super simple, down and dirty way to know if the oils that are in the homes of the people that you know, or perhaps you, if you've not gotten started yet, in which case reach out to me and I'd love to bring you into this oily world with me. But the essential oil supplement fact on the label tells you there that it is completely transparent and safe for you to use internally in your foods. And OnGuard is in our vitamins. It's also just a tremendous oil to have in your arsenal. Again, it's in all the top 10 kits, and that's why we're using it tonight. So we don't have to use all those nasty ingredients. I want to show you just how fun it is to make our own. So again, we're going to make these basic LaMayzing flourless choose your own adventure immunity boosting muffins, and you're gonna love them. And I am gonna grab my blender here to share with you, if I can get the cord here. There we go. Okay, so I've got my blender here, and we're gonna put everything into this. So actually I'm gonna lower this maybe a smidge for a second here. We're getting caught on the cord. Stand by. All right, I'm gonna bring this down here because I'm short and I want you to be able to see everything I'm working with. So I'm gonna just pull this blender bottle down here so that you can see everything I'm doing. So first you wanna preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and you wanna line a muffin pan or whatever silicone mold you have. What I like to do for super simple release when they're done is I like to use these really neat silicone muffin liners because they're totally reusable. You can wash them by hand, you can use them 1,001 times, and they're fantastic. So we're gonna get to that. We're gonna have that set aside, and you can have all your ingredients ready to go so that you're good to go, and it really streamlines things. And you can have your kids help you set up an assembly line to make sure that all of your ingredients are ready to rock and roll for you. So in your blender cup is where all the magic is gonna happen. We're gonna just toss everything into one, okay? So in this, we're gonna start out with a 1/2 cup of quick oats. And this is just basic oats. You can use quinoa if you prefer, but we're gonna use oats. And then we are going to add 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Now, keep in mind with the oats, they're a great source of fiber, great source of protein. They have important vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and it's one of the most nutrient-dense foods that you can eat. So by having oats here as our base, it's gonna be an awesome protein-packed breakfast for you. So then we're gonna add our 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. And then we're gonna add 1/4 teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt. And this is just my personal preference. I like pink salt because I find it a lot more mild than other salt, but that is a choose your own adventure as always. You can always have freedom to play around with that. And then we're gonna add 1/8 teaspoon of baking soda. So we had 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt, and 1/8 teaspoon of baking soda. Okay, and the recipe will be shared on YouTube down in the comment section. It'll be on Instagram, and it'll also be on Facebook as well. So then we're gonna add 1 ripe banana, okay? And bananas are amazing superfoods. You are just gonna absolutely love these. They're great for digestion, they're great for heart health, they are great for moderating your blood sugar, and they are just going to rock your world. If you are not into bananas, you definitely wanna try this. This is going to be fantastic for you. I'm gonna just clean my hands off real quick. And then the next ingredient that we're gonna use, now if you wanna make the vegan version, you will just omit this because we're gonna add 1/4 teaspoon of the IQ Mega orange flavored liquid omegas that are for kids, that are for adults that don't like to swallow the E-Omega supplement. So this is derived from fish oil. So if you are vegan, then just omit this. You can leave it out. I just like to add it because it's another option for you to just truly boost the vitamin and nutrient element of this recipe, but that's totally up to you. You can leave it out if you'd like to. And then we're gonna add 3 drops of our OnGuard Immunity blend. So that's what's gonna really amp up the flavor of these. And again, because this is a choose your own adventure, you can use ginger, you can just use clove. Now clove is in OnGuard as well as cinnamon. So it's got cinnamon, clove, wild orange. It's perfect for everybody in the family. It's an immunity boost. It is just an awesome oil. I love the smell of it. It smells like the holidays. and it's also antiseptic, it's antiviral, it's antimicrobial, and it just smells plain awesome. But if you want to do a different flavor, you absolutely can. You can do cassia, which is a little bit more perfumey than cinnamon bark. You can do lemon and add chia seeds and make like a lemon poppy seed version. That would be awesome. So this is just totally choose your own adventure. You know, you always have that freedom to do that with all these recipes, but I'm going to just add 3 drops of our OnGuard Immunity blend, and that's going to make these flourless, eggless, protein-packed banana muffins incredible. Okay, and then I'm also going to amp it up with a drop of cinnamon bark, because I just love adding cinnamon bark to morning smoothies or to hot tea or anything. If you drink coffee, you can add a drop of cinnamon bark to your coffee, because it's really great for that metabolism and steadying the blood sugar throughout the day, so you don't have like an energy spike if you ate like a donut or, you know, a normal, like, you know, grocery store muffin where it's packed with sugar. Hello, Joe. Thank you for joining us. So then we are going to add 1 can of cannelloni beans. So these are just white beans, and if you've never used cannelloni beans, you're in for a treat because they're very mild. Now, what I will say is that I soak them several times. I soak them in water and let them sit for maybe 5 minutes or so, and then I drain them, and then I soak them again for 5 minutes or so, and that helps get the beany taste out of the way. But it's such an amazing protein. It helps with blood sugar levels again. These beans are high in plant-based protein, and they have a high level of antioxidants, so they're a total superfood, and this is going to be awesome. So if you've ever made like black bean fudge or anything like that, this is kind of the same concept, that we're packing these with protein, plant protein, which is just amazing. You're gonna love this so much. And it's totally unexpected. And I'm sure you probably have all these ingredients in your pantry. You might not even know it. So I bet 99% of you have at least a can of beans in your pantry. And if you have black beans, you can maybe use cacao powder and make chocolate. You can add a can of pumpkin puree and make pumpkin. You can add peaches. You can add apples. You can maybe stew some apples and make apple muffins. This is just totally choose your own adventure. It is a complete blank slate, totally open to your interpretation. Then we're going to add 1/4 cup of your favorite nut butter. And again, if you are eliminating nuts, or if you have an allergy issue in your home, you can use an allergy-friendly nut butter. So you can do like sun butter or any of those kind of like sunflower butter, anything like that. But I'm going to use cashew butter because I just really love the flavor of cashews with this recipe. And that is just 1/4 cup of your favorite nut butter. Okay. And then we are going to add 1/4 cup of maple syrup or honey. And if you want to do a different sweetener, you absolutely have that choice. I would always err on the side of using organic honey. If you are going to use honey, you want to make sure that the honey is actually real and that it's not colored, just nasty stuff. Like, you just really want to make sure that that is buttoned up there. And then we're going to add 2 teaspoons of our vanilla extract that we made from scratch a couple months ago on Periscope. And I'm just going to eyeball this because I love to just kind of be a jazz singer in the kitchen and choose my own adventure, right? So that is all, okay? And so what we're going to do now is put our blender bottle right on top of here and blend this beautifully. And we are going to get all of our cords detangled so that we can do this swiftly for you. Okay, and then we're just gonna put our lid on here and blend these up, and it is going to be so delicious. All right. Everything, all that yummy stuff in there, just gonna blend around. Pause this for a second because we've got the oats and we've got the beans and we've got that banana, so we want to make sure that everything is really nice and combined. And short people problems, right? I can't reach this. I should have gotten a step stool. So I'm just gonna zhuzh this down a little bit and make sure that everything gets combined. And if it doesn't, that's okay. We have an opportunity in at the end when we are mixing everything up. Okay, and we're gonna just zhuzh this one last time to make sure everything is nice and combined. Thank you. are there. And so we've made our blender muffins in really no time at all, right? Because all we're using is some basic ingredients that you can absolutely choose your own adventure. And again, most of you probably have most of these ingredients at your fingertips at home. And if you see at the front, like there might be some areas where some of the cashew butter did not get mixed in, that's totally fine. You have an opportunity at the end to do that. And so what I'm gonna do is take out the blade so that we can get every ounce of this yummy stuff, this yummy batter that we're gonna use to be our muffin batter. And you're just dirtying one blender. You're not going to dirty up a bunch of mixing bowls either. We have our prep bowls, but of course you can just take them and mix them from their container. And so I'm just going to tap this off, and then later on I can get probably another muffin out of that. I'm just going to put this over in a nice little mixing bowl there, just because I'm not near the sink. Okay, and look at this beautiful batter. Like, look at this. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely amazing, smooth, and it's got those cannelloni beans, it's got the oats, it's got the beautiful banana, and you can sub that with anything. So the banana, again, you can do pumpkin for the holidays, you can do peaches, apples, mango, whatever your family likes, you can totally choose your own adventure. And the banana is really not that strong, and it's just gonna be awesome. You're gonna totally love this. So then what we're gonna do is get this ready to pour into our muffin pan, okay? And clean hands are important as always. All right, and so now what I'm gonna do is grab our muffin pan, and like I mentioned earlier, yes, pumpkin, all the things pumpkin. I love these little silicone muffin liners. They're great, they're reusable, they're eco-friendly, they're really colorful and fun, and they just make it always a great time. Now, I love my Pampered Chef cookie scoop. This is awesome. Shout out to Anna if she's still on here. I love this for baking muffins. And so what I like to do is grip my hand really nice and tightly with the blender cup, with the blender pitcher here, and I like to fill up with 2 scoops from the batter. Let's see, Zach, I got these on Amazon. I will link you in our Empowered by Oils page. I'll share the link for these, and I think they came in a set of 12 or 18. There were a few extras, but this recipe makes about 8 muffins. So what I'm gonna do is take 2 cookie scoops worth of batter for each one. Okay, so we're just gonna work our way through this. And this, for me, makes quite enough. These are very dense. They're very protein and fiber rich. There's a lot of nutrition here, and they're very rich, so you're gonna love them. They've got a fudgier texture than a normal floury muffin, where it's kind of like cakey. This is more fudgy, like more like a brownie texture. So I think you're really gonna love this. It's just so yummy. Like I said, you can choose your own adventure. I think next time I'm gonna do lemon poppy seeds. So I'm gonna use chia seeds and lemon essential oil, and I think it's gonna be absolutely delicious. So hopefully you guys can see this. And I'm just working my way through the batter. And if you have extra, you can always make more. This one is making perhaps a little bit more than 8, but we'll see how we're going. And we're just gonna work our way through this, okay? 2 scoops, 2 cookie scoops per muffin liner, and it was a little skimpy on some of these ones, so I might go back around and give a little more. You don't want to overfill them too much because again, it's a lot of protein. It is OnGuard, Kaylin, so we're just using OnGuard, and then I did amp it up a little bit more with some cinnamon bark essential oil. So if you have extra and you're feeling like you've got that flair, you can do a little bit more than 2 scoops, but I find that 2 scoops is really a good serving size, especially for Olivia, because they're pretty rich. You know, they've got the protein from the cannellini beans, cannellini beans, and they've got the oats and all that. So I think we're good here. There is a little bit extra maybe for 1 or 2 more, so we're gonna leave those, and I'll do those afterward so that I can maximize all of my recipes. But you could totally double this. I love this recipe. It is so simple. Now, what you can do is choose your own adventure with toppings, okay? And this is where it gets really fun for the kids to be participating and getting involved. So you can do dried cranberries. I love dried cranberries. You can do pepitas or pumpkin seeds, if you're familiar with them being called that. And then you have some organic unsweetened coconut shreds. Now, if you're gonna use coconut, be sure you become a label reading gangster, of course, and make sure that it's unsweetened coconut shredded coconut or whatever, because coconut can have a lot of hidden sugar, and you just really want to avoid that whenever possible. So what I'm going to do is just sprinkle some coconut shreds right onto this one here, and I'm going to sprinkle a few dried cranberries on this one, and then I'm going to sprinkle a few of my pepitas, these beautiful pumpkin seeds here, and maybe over here a little bit. and you can maybe leave 1 or 2 plain. Whoever in your family loves different flavors, you can just let them choose their own adventure. Maybe some more of these dried cranberries here. And it's gonna be really great. So we have 2 plain, we have 2 coconut, we have 2 pepitas or pumpkin seed, and then we have 2 dried cranberries, okay? So I'm gonna put this down to the side. And I like to bake these. You can bake these for 20 minutes. I personally bake these for between 16 and 18 minutes. I just prefer that texture. They will look underdone, but let them sit for about 20 minutes to cool. So they are going to be very fudgy, and there's no egg, there's no milk, there's no butter, there's none of that. And they hold together so beautifully. They're dense, they're fudgy, it's awesome. I like to bake this for that amount, and then I like to refrigerate them overnight. Because like I said, the texture is a little bit like what you would think of underdone in like a cookie or something else, like another baked good, but it's super fudgy and incredible and dense, and I like them that way. I don't like them fluffy like a cake or a traditional flour muffin. I like the density and richness of these. There's no egg, there's no nothing raw in there, there's none of that. So these are gonna be great, and they'll last for 3 to 4 days in the refrigerator, and then 2 to 3 weeks frozen. So what I like to do is I like to label them. You can get either like a chalkboard label, so you can reuse your, your reusable vinyl bags and things like that in the freezer. Or if you're using Ziploc bags, you can just write the date on them so that you know how long they're good for. But you can save them for up to 2 or 3 weeks. Make a bunch of them, spend an afternoon with your kiddos, and just let them choose their own adventure. And each kiddo can label a bag of their own favorite flavors. You can let them add the essential oils at the end with a toothpick swirl. So if they like ginger or they like lemon or orange, instead of infusing all the batter at once, you can let them infuse each muffin on their own with a little toothpick swirl, a little figure 8. So we're gonna put these to the side real quick, and then I'm gonna show you the ones that are done. And I'll be right back to get those. All right, so when they're done, this is how delicious and amazing they look and how adorable they are. So we've got our coconut shreds here, and look how simple these come out, and you don't have to use oil or butter or anything. They just pop right out. This is so cute, okay? And so we've got these beautiful blender muffins that did not have any flour, there was no butter, there's no egg, there's no milk, none of that. So if your nutritional profile is you don't want animal products, these are totally cool, especially if you leave out the IQ Mega. That's the only animal product here. If you are not eating egg, of course, these are good for you. If you're not eating nut butter, you can do a sunflower butter alternative. And then here we have the dried cranberries. And then here we have, with the pepitas, the pumpkin seeds. How packed with protein and with nutrients are these? And then the plain ones. And I'm just gonna take a little bite out of this one because, and I wanna show you this. Look at how rich these are. Like, they're dense, super dense and rich. It's awesome. It tastes so good. Really rich and buttery, and it tastes like, it looks like fudge. It almost tastes like a brownie. Really, really good. I love talking with my mouth full when we're talking together. They're rich, they're dense, and you can add walnuts, you can add pecans, you can add anything that you like. The richness from the cashew is awesome, and ironically, the OnGuard is very mild. It's not a lot of overly spicy. So if you like it a little bit more spicy, you can absolutely do that. Yeah, the consistency is amazing. Without any flour, with no butter, with no any of that, no milk or anything. I was really impressed when my girlfriend Christy shared these with me, and I was super excited. And she told me her kids were loving them, they were loving them. It was awesome, and so I definitely had to try these. So I hope that you will try these as well. Again, look at this texture. It's really rich and dense, and they hold together beautifully. And it's that bean, those cannellini beans, I keep saying cannellini beans, and the oats, and the banana is gonna give it all of that rich density. Yes, Christy is awesome, so I will have to tag her in our empowered group. Christy, you are awesome. Thank you so much for sharing this with me. Like I said, add pumpkin, add peaches, add apples, add cherries, add anything that you like, mandarin oranges, whatever floats your boat. Total creative freedom, and you can just let the kids have fun, and it's a sensory activity. They can sprinkle the coconut, they can sprinkle the cranberries, they can sprinkle the pumpkin seeds, and have a lot of fun making these in whatever shapes you have. with whatever ingredients that you have. So just a reminder, no scope next week. I'll be at the doTERRA Global Convention, but I will see you back in 2 weeks with all the new convention oils to share with you. It's just going to be incredible. I can't wait to hear about all the medical research that they are going to be releasing. They're going to be releasing the medical journal data from these meta studies that they've been doing with these high profile hospitals on the efficacy of our essential oils. I'm so thrilled. I absolutely cannot wait to share all that information, updates on healing hands, updates on the co-impact sourcing efforts. There are new countries that we're sourcing oils from, the new oils. I'm just so thrilled to share that with you. So I can't wait. If you are there, I expect you to come say hi. I expect a hug. Don't be shy. Come and say hello. I would love to see you and meet you face to face. And I will have something for your convention lanyard as well. So you'll definitely have to come find me. And then, of course, as always, reach out to me if you would love to purchase these essential oils. Bring these oils into your home. I would love to support you with my leadership, my education, my resources, my commitment to you, and making sure that we are talking one-on-one and I'm able to support you and all of the needs that you have, that you want to try to use natural remedies instead of some of these over-the-counter medicines that you might be used to using. And this is one of the best promotions that happens only once a year. Some of the starter kits are 40% off, and my favorite starter kit is the top 10 oils and a petal diffuser, and it's 40% off all month long of September. So definitely reach out before the month is over. Message me, we'll get you oiled. I've got a free welcome bundle with your name on it, and I would love to share that with you. You'll have all access to all my demos, research, tutorials, recipes, posts. Everything that I've done since 2014 will be accessed by you. You will have all of that at your fingertips. So I am looking forward to seeing everyone at convention, and I will see you guys back here in 2 weeks. I hope you have a wonderful week next week. I will miss you so much, but we're gonna have a great time, and I promise that it is just gonna be an awesome opportunity for me to learn and bring so much more to you guys as well in future demos. So I will see you soon, and for everyone at convention, I will see you in Salt Lake. I can't wait. I will see you guys later. Have an awesome night.